Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into one of the most subtle yet impactful changes coming with Windows 11 25H2, a feature that might not seem like a big deal at first glance, but one that adds a much-needed touch of personalization and convenience. Microsoft is finally letting you move your on-screen indicators, those little flyouts for volume, brightness, airplane mode, and other quick system notifications, from their long-standing position at the bottom center of the screen to new locations like the top center or top left. For years, users have had no control over where these indicators appear. Whether you're watching a movie with subtitles, editing something near the bottom of the screen, or just prefer a cleaner look, the fixed flyouts could be a real distraction. With the 25H2 update, you'll now be able to choose where they show up, giving you more control over your desktop layout without relying on third-party tools or hacks. This new option is found under Settings, System, Notifications, in a drop-down menu labeled Position of On-Screen Indicators. While it's not fully customizable, you can't drag them anywhere you want, and the choices are limited to bottom center, or top left. It's a strong step forward in usability. This feature is already available in the latest Windows Insider builds, specifically in the beta and dev channels. If you're running build 26120.4452 or newer, you might already have access to it. And for those who don't see the option yet, there are ways to enable it manually using tools like Vive Tool. It's a small tweak that makes a surprisingly big difference, especially for those who use Windows for content creation, gaming, or multitasking workflows that demand a clutter-free interface. So why is this important? It's not just about aesthetics. It's about Microsoft finally listening to user feedback and starting to break away from the rigid UI decisions that have frustrated some power users since Windows 11 first launched. While we're still a long way from full drag-and-drop indicator placement or more advanced customizations, this move signals that Microsoft is paying attention to the details that affect everyday user experience. In today's video, I'll be showing you exactly how this feature works, how to enable it, and what it looks like in action. So stick around because this might just be one of those small features that makes a big impact on your workflow. How to change the on-screen indicator position in Windows 11 25H2. White heavy check mark. Step 1. Open Settings. Press Windows +I on your keyboard, or click the Start button and select Settings from the menu. White heavy check mark. Step 2. Navigate to System Settings. In the left-hand sidebar, click on System. White heavy check mark. Step 3. Go to Notifications. Within the System section, click on Notifications. White heavy check mark. Step 4. Find Position of On-Screen Indicators. Scroll down until you see an option labeled Position of On-Screen Indicators. This setting allows you to choose where the system flyouts will appear on your screen. White heavy check mark. Step 5. Select a new position. Click the drop-down menu. Choose one of the available positions. Bottom center, default. Top center, top left. White heavy check mark. Step 6. Exit Settings. Once you've selected your preferred position, simply close the settings window. The change will take effect immediately. Windows 11 25H2 is set to introduce a feature that may appear minor on the surface but actually touches on some deep-rooted concerns around usability, accessibility, and personalization in modern operating systems. The ability to reposition on-screen system indicators such as volume, brightness, airplane mode, camera access, and more. For years, Windows users have been limited by a rigid design choice that placed these flyouts exclusively in the bottom center of the screen. While aesthetically aligned with Windows 11's minimalist and centralized UI philosophy, this fixed position has often conflicted with real-world usage, overlapping subtitles during video playback, covering taskbar widgets or docked apps, or simply distracting users by popping up in a critical visual zone. The inability to move these indicators, even in highly customizable multi-monitor or professional work environments, has been a point of quiet friction for many. With version 25H2, Microsoft is finally responding to this feedback by introducing a setting that allows users to choose between 3 distinct positions for these indicators: the default bottom center, a top center alignment, or a more traditional top left. This may not seem like a revolutionary change, but it reflects a broader and more meaningful shift in Microsoft's design philosophy, away from a one-size-fits-all experience toward a more flexible, user-centered OS environment. For example, top-left placement closely resembles the behavior seen in older versions of Windows and can significantly improve workflow fluidity for those who are used to glancing to the upper corner for system feedback. Meanwhile, top-center positioning offers a balanced compromise, still centered, but less likely to conflict with taskbar interactions or video playback elements. Beyond the cosmetic benefits, the impact of this change runs deeper. In the accessibility context, being able to move these indicators can be a real benefit for users with vision impairments or those who rely on adaptive screen layouts. For instance, people using screen magnifiers or high-contrast themes may need UI elements positioned in certain areas to maintain clarity and reduce screen clutter. Similarly, power users and multitaskers using ultra-wide monitors or vertical displays will find this new flexibility helpful in reducing visual disruption and maintaining focus across multiple applications. Interestingly, this feature is not yet fully customizable. You cannot freely drag indicators anywhere on the screen, nor can you assign different positions to different types of indicators, for example, keeping volume on top left and brightness in top center. However, the limited but targeted nature of this change suggests that Microsoft is beginning to carefully test user appetite for deeper UI personalization features. In the past, such tweaks were only possible through third-party tools, registry hacks, or community-developed software like Vive Tool. By baking this feature into the core OS, Microsoft is signaling a greater willingness to give users more control over how the operating system behaves, not just how it looks. The rollout of this feature in insider builds also indicates that Microsoft is using its feedback channels more effectively. Previously, Windows development decisions were often criticized for ignoring everyday usability issues in favor of bigger flagship features. But with recent updates, including taskbar ungrouping, improved snap layouts, and now repositionable system indicators, there's a growing sense that Microsoft is returning to a more practical, user-first approach. These changes may not dominate headlines, but they directly improve quality of life for millions of users. In a world where operating systems are expected to be intuitive, responsive, and customizable, features like this serve as subtle but powerful indicators of an OS maturity. Windows 11.25 H2 may not deliver dramatic visual changes, but through small and deeply considered enhancements like this, it continues to evolve in a way that respects user preferences and adapts to real-world use cases. It acknowledges that not every innovation needs to be revolutionary. Sometimes, the best improvements are the ones that quietly remove friction, respect workflow, and make the experience feel just a little more yours. Let me know in the comments what you think about this feature. Do you like having more control over your desktop UI? What other changes would you like to see in future Windows builds? I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps out the channel. And if you want more deep dives into upcoming Windows features, UI changes, customization tips, and insider previews, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, take care of yourself and your desktop setup, and I'll see you in the next video.